Let's get more insight from Don Kirk. He's a South Korea analyst and he joins us now from Seoul. So good to have you with us, Don Kirk. What happens next in the impeachment process?
Well, there's going to be demands for her to resign right away. The people who are demanding her impeachment, which are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, are not really going to settle calmly for the idea of a constitutional court taking up to 6 months to approve the impeachment. They want her simply to resign. Whether or not she'll do this is problematical. She said that she'll await the result of the court's decision. We'll see what happens as pressure intensifies for her to step down in the near future.
So would you say it is the end of Park's political career?
Well, yes. I think that it's pretty well the end of her political career. I think we can say that definitively. The real question is whether or not it's the end of conservative rule over South Korea. Most of those opposing her, not counting some people in her own ruling party who voted for her impeachment, most of those opposing her are more or less liberals. And will they settle on a unified progressive candidate who might well win the next presidential election, which must be held within 2 months after she steps down? So we could have quite a transition in the political climate and in the and in foreign relations and in relations between South and North Korea.
So who replaces Park, and what do we know about the Prime Minister? Will he be staying in power?
Well, he's a Park appointee, by the way. He's conservative. He'll be running sort of a caretaker government. Obviously, South Korea is in the midst of a period of political uncertainty, if not turmoil. His job is simply to keep the government running. I don't think there's going to be any change in policy under him. He's sort of a substitute driver or a substitute pilot or co-pilot. So we're not going to see a big political change before the court rules or before she steps down voluntarily. But we'll see a lot of political uncertainty while these same protesters who are cheering her impeachment call for her to step down. We'll expect big protest, big demand, big demonstration tomorrow, Saturday, right here in Seoul.
So her father was an important political figure, as he was seen the father of the modern South Korea. Will she be receiving any sympathy through that, do you think?
Well, obviously Park Chung-hee was a dictatorial ruler of South Korea for 18 years and 5 months until he was assassinated by his intelligence chief. Park Geun-hye has not been a dictator like her father. On the other hand, she's not managed to bring about reforms that are demanded by many people. She certainly has adopted a rather hard line toward North Korea. And she's also opposed to really negotiations with North Korea unless they agree on some measure to do with their nuclear program, suspending it. North Korea refuses to back down on that. So we've had a rather hardline president taking after her father, who in fact was much harder line.
Okay, thank you, Don Kirk, for being with us.